welcome back to the vlog. I just wanted to start with sharing my work from home day. And I taught this morning, I'm having this afternoon to get my admin done. So you might think, what admin? What admin does a yoga teacher have? Now, I've decided, and you may have heard me mention this maybe in the podcast or in my last videos, to start my mentoring programs again. So today I am working on the toolkit that I'm putting together. But first, it's dinner time, or you might say lunch. So I'm having steak, cucumber, tomato. Now, I used to be a vegetarian and I didn't eat red meat for, oh my God, I don't even know, years and years and years. So this year was the first year that I decided that I was going to commit to eating more red meat because I just felt like my body needed it. You know, your body tells you what it needs, and I was probably iron deficient, I don't know, but as I started to teach yoga as well more, I felt like I was hungry all the time, and then I was craving steak. So I try and have steak once or twice a week with some vegetables or potatoes, just to keep me going. And I'm guessing it was my iron. And I know lots of people are vegan and vegetarian, and personally now, once I feel like I've gone through my vegetarian phase, which was about 20 years, and I now realize the importance of nourishment and eating food that nourishes you. If you don't like it, of course, you're not going to eat it. Or if you really don't like the fact that they're killing animals, of course, don't eat it. But if it's for a health reason, especially as women, and as we get older, we need the protein to look after us. You know, as we bleed every single month, we need the protein. As we come into menopause, perimenopause obviously comes first. Menopause, you know, we need all of this within us. So I don't know if that was my body telling me that, listen, you need more. So I listened. So now I eat meat. Excuse my outfit. This is work from home outfit. My dad's t-shirt. Little short, I have got shorts on, I'm not completely naked under here. So I know I've watched some things and people say to dress like you're going to work. Let's pop you back here. But when I'm working from home, I need to be comfy because at some point I'll have a dog on me when I'm at the desk. So this is what I wear when I work at home, comfort. And I've got about 3 good hours to work, and I'm watching, oh my God, I might share about this as well. I'm watching the P. Diddy saga. I've just paused it in the background so I could make my video. What on earth? I'll do another video. I'll add in because I'm going to eat. It's going to go cold because I want to talk about this. Even though it's got nothing to do with anything, let's talk about it. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going in the car. Dirty, don't be fussy. It's crazy. Let's go this way. Am I tempting to vlog and dog walk, which I'm not sure how successful I'll be, but let's try it. So they're already pulling, but it's a lovely afternoon. It's 5 o'clock. Have a little look behind. And sometimes I do have to pinch myself because this is my back alley. In comparison to my back alley when I lived in Stoke-on-Trent, a little terraced house with the cobbles. If you don't know what that means, if you've ever watched Coronation Street, think Coronation Street. And now I live here. So it's one of those gratitude, appreciation. If I could tell the, 26-year-old, 16-year-old, especially when I was 26, and that's kind of when I'd guess my anxiety really kicked in, and I was in debt, and you know, all of the things that happen when you're 26 and not being able to really do anything. I think I was on about £800 a month. I was working in care. Everything that came in went out. I would tell her, don't worry, don't believe those debt collected letters because they can't do anything to you, and they didn't. I think I've got a podcast on that actually, because that was an interesting time, and it was to no fault of my own. Like, as soon as I turned 18, get given these credit cards, get given credit to get a car, and it was fine. I was working, never stopped working. Worked in a call centre, decided to do my teacher training, and then just life happens. I shared a house with my best friend, and then she got pregnant, and I ended up then living on my own, and all of that same time I was sort of like getting ready to go into teaching. My wage was really low, and I just struggled to pay everything out. So here I am. This is where I live now. I'll give you another little tour. I just need to undo these leads. Apparently these are tangle free. Okay, so I wanted to mention this yesterday, so I spoke about it when I was eating, and then I didn't. Oh, a lizard. So P. Diddy, is anybody watching this? Let me know in the comments. Is anybody keeping up? Because I know I've mentioned Hollywood before. Let me just check what the dogs are doing and how weird I think it is. And you know, if you believe all the conspiracies, and I always go down the conspiracy route because I think we're told so many lies, and Hollywood's supposed to be this shiny, amazing place that I think is a cover-up for things that are not so shiny and amazing. Anyway, so if you've been following the P. Diddy saga, and obviously he's been arrested, and I'm not going to go into all the reasons because it's all allegedly, and I can only tell you what I've watched, you know, online, and I also don't want to beep everything out. But some of the things that he's been accused of, and some of these parties that he's been having, I do believe it. And I do think that Hollywood is the perfect cover-up for people to, so I'm walking sideways, so I keep an eye on the dogs. It's a perfect cover-up for people to do all these crazy things because they have so much power, and they know no one can touch them, and they can throw money at the situation. So if you're there and you want to do freaky stuff, then you can. And I also believe that he then has the monopoly because he's in charge of all this freaky stuff, and he has all these videos and all these other celebrities, and of course he's full of power. 1 second, I need to do the leads again. Okay, done again. So you heard it here first that Jay-Z will be next, because he didn't do this alone, and I don't trust Jay-Z. There's something about his energy that I just think is off. I think that, I don't know if you will remember Aaliyah. She died suspiciously on an airplane, so I think they all had something to do with that. And obviously going back to the 90s, Tupac, what's his name, B.I.G., it's all a power trip. They had to be getting rid of because this side, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, wanted to have the monopoly. I've said monopoly twice in one podcast. I think I've said it for over, you know, hip-hop, rap, whatever it is. I only know one Puff Daddy song. So there we go. That's what I want to say about that. Let me know what you think. What I really love about living here, so before I moved here, I lived in downtown, so near to the Burj Khalifa, which was great. It's nice to be sort of central and cross the road, you get to Dubai Mall and everything's to hand. Traffic is crazy. It was full delivery drivers everywhere. It was never quiet. There's always something crashing or banging. And of course, once me and Joseph had moved in with each other, it made sense to buy and then obviously live together. So that's what we did. We decided to get a villa, and obviously for the dogs to have somewhere to play and have a garden. It makes a huge difference. I know I've spoken before about my need for nature. I need it. I need to be able to walk. I need to be able to see plants, and you know, it is all man-made here. We can't get around that, but I feel living in a community like this, we do get the benefits of that. So I'll give you a little tour. I'll take you around to the pool and the park. So the pool is in there. So there's swimming lessons going on now, so I'm not going to go in because I'll look weird making a video, but here we go. And there's kids on the park, so I'm not going to film that either. But yeah, this is the park area and the pool area. I live just across the street, and the sunset's always gorgeous here as well. And I am going to make an effort. Maybe I'll go to the pool in the morning. Watch this space. When I'm walking the dogs on my own, secretly praying that we don't bump into another dog, even though they're so tiny. Ted is wild. He screams. He doesn't even bark. He screams, and then George starts, and now Dorothy has the tails of the dogs. Dorothy's now got bad habits, and she also barks. So we are that family who has the barking chihuahuas. It's Thursday morning, 7:15. This is how Dubai traffic really can test your patience, but also makes you sort of step back and go, right, I'm not going to let my vibration go for this. So as you've just seen, there's lots of traffic. We're not moving, and there is, you know, the side of the road where it's not a lane, it's just a gap between the lanes and the road, not a whole shoulder, just a gap. Then there's people that drive, zoom down there after we've been sat for 10-15 minutes without moving, but they go all the way down, and it's just, I have to tell myself, okay, don't lower your vibration, that's okay, they might be in a rush. So this is how I learn from sitting in the traffic on roads which do seem ruleless. Not lawless, I'm just going to say ruleless, because the general rules people don't follow. And if you live in Dubai, you'll know this, that people it's just every man for themselves. Think Mario Kart. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that, and just how my mind process works now, because I used to spend a lot of my time angry in the car, and it would bother me all day if someone had cut me up. Oh, I better go. I made it. I'm in the mall, just on the way. I've got it's 7:32, so even with all that traffic, I'm on time. I was thinking about that first of all, I was thinking, it's okay to be late. This is out of my control. And then it sort of spiraled onto other thoughts of, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to do things and they don't work out. It's okay to try things and, again, they don't work. It's okay to be learning. It's okay not to get things right. It's okay to think you're taking a leap of faith and it doesn't work. We have to do these things so that we can learn and so that we can move forward. And it's okay if things take time, and it's okay if you do things and then they don't work and you want to redo it and you retry it again, and you keep trying and doing different ways, because that's how we learn. That's how we teach our children. Well, I don't have children, but that's how we teach children. When I was teaching in schools, that you have to make a mistake to learn how to get it right. This is something that I've really been thinking about this week, because I've decided to step back into coaching. Well, not coaching, I'm going to be mentoring, and put together another course, online course. So all of that is going on in the background, and I was doing this and then stepped away from it, and I'm going to go into a bit more detail in probably another video why I stepped away. There's quite a few reasons. Just interrupting this transmission to bring you a little bit of Chihuahua, and to remind you, and Dorothy wants to remind you, to please like and subscribe. So if you're finding yourself coming to my channel often, if you like what you hear, like what you see, every single like, every single subscription really means the world to me. I am planting this podcast seed, YouTube seed, with my bare hands from scratch. At the moment, that I am the editor, the creator, the director, the presenter. So every single little bit of support really means the world to me. It means that I can get on some more amazing guests, grow my podcast, grow my little YouTube studio, so that I can bring more of what you like to hear. So thank you, and yeah, get back to the episode. Oh, we're on a road trip. So we were going to go to the night beach, just Joseph and I, but then I felt like I wanted to take the dogs out to the desert, so that's what we're doing.
You changed your mind, so everyone else had to change their mind.
Do I change my mind? To be honest, I couldn't be bothered to get salty and all that. And I need to shower anyway, but I was just like, oh, I can't bother with the salt. So we're going to go for a little drive out in the desert, somewhere on the way to where we booked the wedding. Dogs are loaded up. This is Dottie's first road trip, so she's a bit crying at the moment. Okay. No, she stopped. That's Ted. It's okay, you're gonna have fun. So weird, every time we go out into the desert, we find something dead. And it's not just like a dead small creature, it's always something big. A few months ago, well before the summer, we came out to the desert with Georgie and Ted, and I kept saying something stinks, it smells like rubbish, and Joe was like, oh, some campers must have left their stuff behind, and that we saw like a pile of something, and the dogs kept pulling over, didn't they, to like really be interested in whatever it was, the rubbish, we thought. And then we went over to investigate the pile of rubbish, and it was a whole dead camel, skull, everything, leathery skin, covered in flies. And then what did we find the next time? A deer. Last time we came out there was a deer. So yeah, we'll see what we find today. Joe loves it because he's that way inclined. He likes a skeleton. Don't know where I was going with that. He's a scientist, don't you know? So he likes getting up close with the dead. The sun's gorgeous tonight. Rocking in his little tail. This is where we come to walk the dogs. It's out of the city. I was going to say out of the desert. It is the desert. Out of the city. You can just walk. Obviously our dogs only have tiny little legs, so it's not a hike or anything, but it's nice just to be out. We've just seen some deer. There's one just over there watching what we're doing. Yeah, so let's get the dogs out. Hello. You go for it. You go to one. On the back of the chair. I don't know if you can hear this on the camera. Wait there, let's just stand still. The call to prayer, so there's quite a few. So the sun has just set. We are actually getting married in the desert next year. We've booked the wedding, deposit paid. And yeah, I'm excited, are you?
Yep.
And I'm happy actually. So when we first were looking at the locations, I was kind of set on Ibiza, and some of the prices that we were quoted were ridiculous, like 100,000 euros. So Joseph mentioned Dubai, and the deers are here. Let me see, can I get them in? One sec, I'll turn it around. Put that in anyway. We got distracted by the deers. So yeah, I was a bit against. It's hard. Dottie's trying to eat all the poo. getting married in Dubai because the hotels out here are so commercial. But so then I found the desert. You could get married in the desert. Then we found a hotel in the desert, which is so beautiful. And yeah, so we're going there. I'm going to update on the vlog, but there's nothing we need to do yet because we've got so long to wait. We just wanted to get the deposit and the date so we could send out the invites and, you know, all of that. So it'll be quite quiet until probably April. That's when my wedding dress lady said to go and see her. So yeah, I'm gonna go now so I can stop Dot from eating poop. So there's some deer just behind. I don't know if you can see them, but every time we stop, they stop and they're kind of following us along. I don't know if the camera will pick them up, but they're like, you know, along this bit. So cute. So we're just driving back and we're just having a little discussion about cups. Now, I use my water bottle all of the time. Joseph,
Like a child doesn't drink out of glasses.
there's the first one. So who else just uses their water bottle
In the house.
in the house? So I don't use any cups apart from if I have a cup of coffee. Joseph Moon, in the meantime, uses a different cup for every single drink, which means that when I come to the sink...
Just to explain, I wouldn't have to use a different cup if the cup that I used previously was still where I left it.
Some lying around.
She picks it up and puts it in there.
So he leaves it on the work surface.
Get a new one.
So when you're cleaning up, it goes on the sink. But then sometimes he just piles them in the sink. So there's a sink full of cups when you've just done all the dishes, and then he comes along with his cups, and you can't really see well. It's dark. But I'd like to know, if you feel free to get in the cup drama, do you use your water bottle in the house? And does your partner use copious amounts of cups instead of just swilling one out,
Just to
putting it on the
explain,
drainer?
I would use one cup if it stayed where I put it.
You wouldn't know, because you
I
use one for juice, you use one for Coke, you use one for coffee.
Could use one cup.
Swill it out and put it on the drainer, then argument solved. This is what happens when you're engaged to be married and you live together in the house, that it's cups as the topic of conversation on the way home. We'll talk about what we're going to eat now. Pizza?
Yeah.